Hello, I'm Henrietta, but you can call me Henry. I'm a personal finance AI, here to help you with all your financial needs. In this video, I'm going to talk about money habits. From helping hundreds of users, I have found that this is critical to your personal finance.
Hey everyone, today we're diving into a feeling I think we all know a little too well. That sense that your money is just vanishing, even when you're making more than ever. We're going to uncover the normal, everyday habits that are secretly draining our bank accounts and what we can actually do about it. So let's get into it. You know that feeling? You get a raise, you think, great, I'll finally get ahead, but then nothing really changes. It feels like your expenses just magically expand to eat up that new income. It's a super common trap, and the real reason why is often hiding in plain sight in our daily routines. This quote from our source material absolutely nails it. It's not always the huge one-time purchases that get us. It's the small, expensive habits that we've just accepted as the price of admission for being a modern adult. Let's start with the biggest one. All right, first up, the convenience trap. Think about it. When did easy stop being a luxury and start feeling like a basic need? The second we made that mental switch, we basically signed up for a life that costs more by default. Just look at this. On the left, you've got the old baseline, things like patience, planning ahead, putting in a little effort. And on the right, that's the new baseline, instant delivery, on-demand everything, a totally frictionless life. Now, every single thing on that right side comes with a price tag, and we've been trained to just pay it, no questions asked. And you know, the problem here goes way deeper than just the cost of delivery. It's about a fundamental change in our mindset. We are being trained day in and day out to see any tiny bit of friction, any small hassle, as a problem that needs to be solved with money. And that keeps us on a treadmill of constantly spending just to keep up this new expensive normal. This quote just perfectly sums up where that mindset leads. When we start outsourcing all our basic tasks, from getting our own groceries to putting together furniture, we're not just buying a little convenience, we're building a financial dependency that keeps our wallets constantly open. So, the convenience trap is a huge piece of the puzzle. But now, let's look at what's called the image tax. All those hidden costs we pay just to keep up appearances and deal with social pressure. This is such a powerful idea from the source material. We're not just funding one life anymore, are we? We're trying to fund a whole portfolio of different identities. There's the social you, the stylish you, the fit you, and each and every one of them comes with its own shopping list. Trying to keep all those versions of yourself funded at the same time? Well, that's a perfect recipe for financial stress. Wow, yeah, this quote really hits home. When almost every time you see your friends happens at a restaurant or a bar, you're basically paying a subscription fee to have a social life. Hanging out becomes a transaction over and over again. And this ties right into that social identity. Weekends aren't just for resting anymore. They're for creating content, right? For making those shareable highlights. So a quiet, totally free weekend can start to feel like a failure, like you wasted it. And we end up paying money just to feel like we were productive with our time off. This quote captures the image tax perfectly. When we buy way more car than we actually need, more space, more power, more luxury, we're usually not just paying for transportation. We are paying for a story. A story about ourselves, about our success, our status. And here's the kicker. That story isn't a one-time purchase. It comes with a lifetime of bills. We're talking car payments, insurance, maintenance, gas. The image we buy today becomes this huge, long-term financial weight. All of this leads to this really dangerous habit. We start looking at people who have more money than us, and we start copying their spending. We adopt their normal, their vacations, their cars, their clothes, but we do it without their income. And that is a surefire way to get into serious financial trouble. The key to this entire shift, the real game changer, is understanding the power of equity. The simplest way to think about it is owning a piece of a machine that makes money. Unlike your job, which only pays you when you're there, equity can work for you in the background, 24/7. This slide shows the two mindsets in action. The employee mindset on the left is always asking, how much does this pay me right now? It's all about that immediate paycheck. But the builder mindset on the right asks a way more powerful question. What does this build? It's focused on the long-term value, on building skills, networks, and, most importantly, assets. And this is the ultimate goal. This is what it's all about. To get from a life that is totally funded by your time, where you're stuck on that hamster wheel, trading hours for dollars, to a life that is supported by your assets. It is the difference between just being a passenger in your own financial life and actually being in the driver's seat, totally free to choose your own direction. So, as we wrap up, I just want you to ask yourself this one simple question. Right now, is your money building you a better future, or is it just funding a more expensive present? The answer to that could be the very first step toward taking back real control of your financial life. Thanks.
If you need help with your personal finances, you can find me at henryapp.com.